Hi friends. Okay, I'm going to do a video tonight on using my negative pieces that I have cut, die cuts and that from. So I've got frames and different negative shapes that I'm going to be making cards with. And so my first one I'm going to tackle is just a little bit of watercoloring on this. This is mixed media paper that I stamped this on, and I had this in my stash and I thought it would look really cute with one of these frames. So let's see, let me get this color out so I know. And I'm not, as I've said before, I'm not a watercolor expert at all. I just like to play. So we'll get this down on here. I just got through watching Craft Roulette, if you're a Craft Roulette follower, and it was so fun. May Helms was on tonight, and she's always a lot of fun too. So yeah, it was a hoot. And I'm excited about my card because it's a larger card than normal, and it's a 4x8 card. So it's bigger than a slim line, a little bit. A little bit bigger. Trying to take this color off. But that's okay because I'll just and I'll use a lighter shade of this for the bird. That's why because I have trimmers, those of you who know, and I kind of like watercoloring because it's so forgiving for me. So let's see here. Use a little bit of this. I don't know what kind of bird this is, but he's going to be colorful. So what I started to say about Craft Roulette is I'm excited because I have a stamp that will pretty much take up the whole card. I think I might have used this stamp last time we had this perimeter. We had this perimeter one other time, or it might have been a large slimline. I'm not sure. But it's such a really cool stamp, and it meets the perimeters. Like, we need to use excited colors, which is up to your interpretation, but any colors, I guess, that would make you excited or make you excited to see. And for me, beach colors make me excited. And that's the theme of the stamp that I have. And so I will be doing a video on that. So be watching for that. That'll be fun to do. Okay, so we just have, so I think in the background here, I'm going to do some, well, I still have this color on my brush. Need to get that off. Like I said, I really don't know what I'm doing, but need to have a little bit of a gray sky because it's raining. Okay, I think that's good. Now I will set this one aside, let it dry, and I'll start working on the other ones. Okay, I had put my paints, I had packed my paints already and decided I needed to use them, so I had to dig them out. And also one of my couple other things, so yeah, that's one reason why I don't pack till like the last minute, but I couldn't leave it, all of it, to do at the last minute, or I would have been in trouble. So I think that's all water painting I want to do. I'm going to put it on this card. I'm going to set it aside for a minute. Okay. So let's get rid of this mat because I think it's leaving a reflection on here, and I'm sorry. Apologize for that if it was. Okay. So this card right here, this is what I mean by, you know, negative space. I had cut this frame or this oval out, and I try to position them on the paper so that it makes, you know, I can reuse this. So I think what I'm going to do is just place this. It fits the card top to bottom, but not quite side to side. So that's okay with me, that it's got a little space on the sides. just gonna glue this down onto the card. So I have a pretty good idea how I want this to go. Okay, so I think that is so pretty. I love using the negatives of, I guess I can get rid of this. Yeah, it just makes another frame for you. So I have this bag of ephemera from 49 The Market, and this is one of the images in there, and I absolutely love, love, love this. So I thought of putting this right in the middle of this frame. And then they had these flowers. It needed something. I don't like to leave this down here just plain. So I had this floral, not exactly sure, I think this was in here, like this. And it was just kind of too much. So what I'm gonna do, let's just get the horse down first, because I know I want her down here. And I know it's her because I'm going to put a flower here. It's just so beautiful. Okay. So what I did was I cut this flower out so it looks like this. So I'm going to place this down here in the corner of the frame. Then I'm going to take this piece and put it up on a dimensional and just kind of give it a little dimension. Okay, so do it like this. And then I will put this up. And I think I need to cut just a teeny bit off of here. Don't want it showing. Let's see, so if I put it on here kind of like it was gonna go, do it like that, then it doesn't take up quite so much space, but it gives it a little height. I just love that. So then here's a bigger flower, and I think I'm gonna put it right here. Kind of covered this part. Okay. Just like that. Then there were these little ones, and I want to put one of those in her hair, and I think what I'm going to do is use these little little dimensional, and I think I'll just use one. Should be fine. Put that in her mane. She's going to be in a show. And we'll put this one up here in the corner to kind of just let it flow up like that. Eyesight flows up there and it's not so heavy down here. I mean, look at that. It's so elegant, and it's just made from pieces of ephemera and a negative that I had. And then this little, have this, I just wanted a small sentiment. I think I'll just kind of put it over the top of the flowers like that. And again, I'm going to use these small dimensionals in the middle. And this is something I like to do. I can't remember where I learned this, but I think I learned it from Tracy on Mindless Crafting several years ago. Where you, on a sentiment, you just put something in the middle, a dimensional in the middle. And then, oh no, I forgot to put glue. Put glue on the ends, and you glue the ends down. And it gives a little dimension in the middle, but a little bit different look. So it's not flat. Yeah, I like that. Very cute. Love that. So then what I'll do is go ahead and just put a white piece on the inside so you can write on it. I mean, who would not love to get that card? I love it. Okay, oops. Let me put that on top of there. Okay, let's do this one. Here again, this one's made with negative piece. I cut out one of those scalloped circles. And I could do this landscape too, like this. And what I was thinking of doing was just kind of tucking that in on this one side, putting these flowers like that. And I had this other little piece too, I thought was kind of cute. Just add that. I don't know. I'm thinking about putting this hello down here now instead of I was going to do it portrait, put the hello on top, but if I do it like this, I kind of like that. Then we could put some bling over here on the side. Okay, let's just do it. I don't do very many cards landscape. Mostly when I do, it's for like Kendra's card challenges. because she has some of her sketches are landscape. And you don't have to make them landscape, but I usually follow her sketches. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see. My lighting isn't very good in here. That was the back side. This is the front side. You probably can't see it, but it has a little bit of a ridge. When it cuts out kind of lines around there. So anyway, I'm going to get this glued down. And I'll leave a little bit around the inside edge open so I can tuck this stuff under, and then I can add more glue if I need to. Before I glue it down all the way, I need to get these tucked in there where I want them. So you don't have to use stamps all the time for your cards. If you've got pieces of ephemera that you're trying to use up, this is a great way to use them. Not even using, you don't even have to be using, negatives, but just regular cards. Just use your ephemera. Use it up. Okay, so it comes out. You can still see the shape underneath of the negative. And let's see, we'll put this little dot up on dimensional. This little circle. I love this ephemera pack from 49 to Market, and I just don't use it very often. And I thought, oh, this is really a good chance to use this. Okay, and then put this on here like this. I could put this up on dimensionals too, but I don't want to get carried away. So we'll just kind of go off the frame a little bit. Okay. There's that card. And I'm wondering if these, I think it's calling for a little bling. And these might show up better on black. Let's see. I have to tell you, I went to Hobby Lobby a few days ago. This is the week that they have their Paper Studio stuff on for 40% off. I found out they do it every other week. And I was always, once in a while, I would hit it just right. And other times I'd go in and they wouldn't have any of it on sale. And I finally asked somebody, I said, when do you have your 49 in Market on? And I was expecting them to say, well, we never know. But they said every other week. It's 49 in Market. And then the other week is something else. I forget. 49 in Market and some of their ribbons, and that kind of stuff, packaged trim is on sale too. So I loaded up, and also their paper was on sale, 40%. So I loaded up on some paper that I needed, and there you go. The bling is just what it needed. Very sweet card. Okay. So I like to load up when they're, when they have their sale on. I mean, this is another pack that I got, the little butterflies, and I got a large package of butterflies. And I got these purples and pinks, and they're pearlish. And then I got this package. These pretty, they look like pressed flowers. It says $6.99, but I paid 40% off, so that's a pretty good deal. It's almost half off, so anyway, that's how I look at it. Okay, so this one is a little different. It's 5x7, and I had this frame because I had some other things that I had cut out of it. So I thought, well, I can't just throw that away. So what I did was, and I didn't want just a plain white background, so I took another piece of white paper, put it through this embossing folder. I don't know if you can see that. It's, oh, I forget the name of it. Anna Griffin. It's called Regal Braid. And it's the only one I have this size. All the other ones are 4x6 size. So, 4.5 by 6, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to use this as my mat. And I already cut it so that I know it fits behind this frame. Okay. Okay, so that's going to go down over it. I couldn't just throw this away. I mean, there was a time when I would have, but, you know, I got to thinking, why not use the negatives? They're so pretty. And if you cut them out in a way that you'll have the negative that you can reuse, why not? So that's what I started doing. So I have, needless to say, a bunch of negatives, and I've been wanting to do this video on how I use them. One of the very first videos I showed, I think it might have been my first video I ever did, was just showing a bunch of negatives and saying, you know, because I was kind of afraid to actually do a project on air, in a video. So I just showed, you know, talked about it. I showed a bunch of negatives and said, well, you know, why not use these in your projects and all that. But okay, so that in itself right now is pretty card. Okay, all you would need to do is put a cinnamon on there, you know, of some sort, and you'd be good to go. But I can't just do that. So again, in the 49 Market, no, this was a different, this was from somebody else. Can't remember who this was from, but there was this lovely piece, and I thought that really looked pretty on there with this frame. And I have this bow I'm going to put up here in the corner. And then just a, you know, small sentiment here on the card, and I think we're going to be done. But on this piece, what I want to do is kind of put some inking around. This is a gray. This is Altenew Moon Rock, and it's just kind of a gray color. So I'm just going around lightly on this sentiment. So it'll just help it to stand out a little bit more. See, like that. So we'll put that somewhere up in here like that, and I think that makes a very lovely card. And so we'll put this on here. I don't know whether the bow, the colors work, and it kind of fits the vibe of it. I thought, I don't know if it works or not, but I mean, I like it. Why not? You know? So I think what I'll do is kind of go around this also with this. I mean, I don't want it to look really, I don't want it to look grungy, but I want it to stand out. And I like that it's gray around the edges. Yeah, I think this frame goes with this piece really, really well. And I could put it like that on the top of the frame so it's not like floating in the air. I kind of like to ground things, you know. So I think I'll do that. And I'm just going to glue it down. I'm not going to put it on dimensionals or anything, which you could and it'd be pretty. But I'm just not going to do it on this one. So we'll just barely rest it on that top of that frame, and then it won't look like it's just floating. And I could have put the bow over this, I guess, but I didn't really want to do that. So, and I guess because I have the bow over here on this side, I'm going to balance it a little bit and put this over here on this side. Yeah. I was thinking about using a different one, but I just use this one. I already. Okay. There's another card. So simple and so cute. Very pretty. Okay. Now, this one, I love this frame. I recently got a grid die cut. And when you cut it out, it makes these frames. And I've got like 3 of them. And so I thought, oh man, I've got to do something with this. And also I think I have a black one too somewhere. But I just pulled out a card base that I had made already. And so my thought on this card, at first I was just going to put this, just like that, and put a sentiment, which I could, and it would be really pretty. It would be pretty, but I have this other piece out of that ephemera that I love this, and I think that would really add something to it. And then with this sentiment, I mean, how pretty is that? It's a really simple card. And I like to do white on white. I don't know if you guys saw the card that I made white on white, and I think I put it in video. But I had seen a couple other people do it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. And I thought it turned out pretty good for the first one that I made. But NB Cards is another one. Natalie at NB Cards. She is amazing. If you have, I'm going to put her in my description box below. She has made a ton of just white cards, and they are gorgeous. And so I'll put her in the description box, and so you can check hers out because they are beautiful. She is so good at card making, and she has so many great ideas. Oh my goodness. So before I really press this down, I want to get this in there because I have to, I have to kind of tuck it in there. These kind of things are really hard for me to glue, you guys. Really hard. So I have to hold it close to me, and it takes me a while to get them glued. Sorry, I can't just zip through it like you see people just go, you know, whoop, see all the glue I've got on me. So it takes me a minute, but I get it done eventually. And I will fast forward through the... Okay, so get that tucked down in there. Okay. A little bit of glue underneath. All right, now this part's going to be covered up, but I think that's going to be okay. We'll just put it across the bottom like that. This ephemera is so pretty. This one's from 49 Market. Just put it across the bottom like that. Okay, and then I have this Thinking of You could use, or this Miss You Tons. I just kind of cut that out. And I think I even have white ones. I think that might look pretty on here. They're never turning right side up. You know, I packed my gem pickers already, so I need to try to these up. There. What a very sweet card. And I think that white on there works just because it's, I don't know, a different shape or something. And these colors on here are very subtle. So I really like this. So those cards are done. Now I need to, cards. Did I say cars? Oh boy, it's getting late. It's getting late. Okay. I think this card is dry enough now that we can finish it. So I wanted it to open this way. And then I want this to be underneath the frame, like that. So I need to cut this. I don't want to cut off the umbrella. So I need to be careful where I place this, because I don't have that much margin on the sides. And I could move it down just a little bit. Okay, so you cut it off about right there. Yes, it is getting late. It's 9 o'clock. Time for me to start winding down. And that's the reason I colored the umbrella that color and the bird, because of this color of this cardstock. It's kind of, it came in the pink pack, and it's kind of like a coral pink. It's beautiful. So and I would like to put that color sort of around the frame. I don't have any inks that color. I could run it through an embossing folder, and that would give it a little, I think that might look better than just being plain white. Let me try that. Okay. Oh, that looks much better. It's got some, I ran it through this daisy embossing folder, and I think it's much better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put glue around the edges of this. And then put this on here. Just like that. Okay, then I'll get this glued down. My voice is starting to sound raspy because I'm getting tired. I only have 2 more days to get ready for Craft Roulette. I'm pretty much ready with all my crafting stuff. And I never pack clothes. My friends just laugh at me because I never pack my clothes until the night before or the day before I'm going somewhere. So by Sunday, I'll be packing my clothes. But okay, so that made it much better, I think, with that. Putting it through the embossing folder. I'll just put a little bit of this gray ink around the edges. This is a little thicker because I stamped this on the media paper that I did that on. Okay. Just put it on right there. Rain makes room for things to grow. So that can apply to our natural life and to our spiritual life. It's a good point to ponder upon. So there's that card. I thought it turned out really cute. And it's just a little, this is kind of what you would call an artist square. 4.5 by 4.5 square. So cute. And then I will put, I wouldn't have to because this is light enough too. But it's kind of top heavy, so I'm going to go ahead and put a white piece on the inside to write on. And there's that card. So I think we made some pretty cute cards tonight, just with our negative spaces. So I hope this gave you some ideas and that you won't just be throwing away those negative spaces, but, you know, think about it a little bit differently. And this one I thought turned out really cute too. It was the only landscape card that I did. And then this 5 by 7. Biddy Penny would be proud. If you know Biddy Penny, she loves, this is her favorite size of card. 5 by 7. So, all right. There you go. There's my 5 cards. And thank you so much for watching, and I will be on vacation probably when you see this. I'm going to Craft Roulette, and yeah, so I'm trying to do some videos ahead that will come out while I'm gone, and I really, really appreciate each one of you for watching, and please leave me a comment. I will answer your comments. And it means a lot to me, and it does help my channel when you leave comments and press that like button. Okay, thank you guys, and we'll see you when I get back. Bye.